How do I describe the Golden Kamuy experience? It's very, very, very fucked up.
HINNA.
Our destinations are different, but our path is the same. If the two of us team up, we'll be unstoppable.
Hi, this is Soulful KC, and welcome back to my channel. Today, we are going to be talking about Golden Kamuy. Before we get to that though, please feel free to subscribe to the channel. I work really hard on these videos, so any support really does mean the world to me. Even you just clicking on the video, it is awesome, and I just want to thank you. So anyways, let's get right into it. Golden Kamuy. So, Golden Kamuy is kind of a hard one to explain for anyone who hasn't seen the show before. It takes place in the early 1900s during the Russo-Japanese War. This soldier called the Immortal Sugimoto, he has a bunch of near-death experiences, and he always somehow comes out on top and lives, even though he's scarred and has all these things. He's basically trying to find gold for a friend of his who died in the war so he could support his wife, and who has deteriorating eyesight. So he hears of the story of this man who steals a bunch of gold from this clan called the Ainu and raids their village, and he hides the gold. The area is called Hokkaido, and he tattoos the map of the gold to get to the gold on a bunch of prisoners all over their torso or whatever. And for them to have a portion of the gold, they basically have to go get the gold for him. And it's a lot to take in for the first episode. But he basically realizes the story is real when the person who's telling him the story has the tattoos on his torso. So he goes and sets out with this girl who saves his life, named Asirpa.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
To go take back the gold that she is from that village to bring it back to her village. It's very complicated. You just have to kind of watch it. This show is a show that I don't understand why more people don't talk about it. It is very, very underrated and underappreciated, even though it is critically very well received. It's pretty high on Mal. A lot of people who watch it love it, and it's very brutal. It is very survival-esque. Like, it is about surviving in these frozen landscapes and trying to make a living off of hunting and making all these different types of foods that you never would have thought of before. And it really dives deep into the culture of back then, but also how unforgiving this world is. Once again, people are getting their limbs cut off, people are getting chopped in half, shot, and it always comes back to making delicious food.
HINNA.
And appreciating the things around you. Yeah, I think the 3D animation for the bear is very different and weird. At first, it really throws you off when you first see some of the animals in the show, but it looks very weirdly cool and stunning to me. I don't really know how to explain it. It's such a unique art style for 3D animation that you don't really see a lot. I think the thing that really brings me into Golden Kamuy is the characters. Learning about Asirpa and the Ainu and their way of thinking, their language, you really start to pick up on it as you go through the show. So when jokes are made from Asirpa about Sugimoto or Shirashi, you really start to kind of just understand the culture more and more and more as time goes on. And I think it's a very, very beautifully made show. The animation is kind of in a middle tier. It's not the best animation you're ever gonna see in your life. Sometimes the animation can look a little low quality in some parts, and some characters can look a little wonky, but because the story is so well written, because things can get so intense, because I like the characters so much and their motivations, I overlook it easily. Like, it is, and I've only seen the first season. I'm working my way through the show slowly. I just don't understand why more people don't talk about it, especially because it has 4 seasons. It clearly has a following, but I just don't really hear a lot of people around my circle or even online being like, you have to watch Golden Kamuy, watch it right now. And made me just really want to make this video to tell you to please go watch this show and support it, because it's fucking awesome. Especially the beginning scene with the war and everything. Like, it was something I really welcomed, like, because I've been watching so many normal like harem anime or fantasy isekai anime or just like very normal shit. It's really nice to get something that is a breath of fresh air, that feels very new and really, really different from everything else that I'm watching right now. And once again, for characters like Shirashi, who's like this escape artist who can get out of anything, it makes up for some very comedic moments that feel very well earned. And I love Shigimoto. Like, I like his kind of like attachment to this girl who saved his life, and like he gets tested for his loyalty to her, and he always is just like, no, I'm not gonna do this to her. I'm gonna like stand by her side. And it really just feels kind of wholesome at the end of the day. And Asirpa, who's like, she's like 15, I think, if I'm not mistaken, but she does not like give 2 fucks. Like, she's in it, she'll fuck you up. Like, she's really good with a bow, and like she is really good at hunting and explaining things to Shigimoto and us as the audience. And once again, I just love that. I love learning about new things, but the way that they teach it to you in this world, it never feels like a burden. It never feels like it's like, hey, you've explained this, I don't really care, or you're taking up my time. I'm so fascinated with how this world works that I want to keep diving more and more and more into it. This isn't a show, I'm not sitting here saying it's going to be the second coming of Christ. But I will say it is a very, very damn good show. But I'm not gonna keep talking your ear off. Once again, please feel free to subscribe to the channel, like the video. If you want more anime content, I'll link down below a playlist of all my anime stuff. I'll also link my last previous video, which was about Chainsaw Man and my first impressions of that. You should watch that. And yeah, I'm gonna have more seasonal content. And sorry also for my upload schedule, because usually I do it once a week. I just had a lot of stuff going on these past 3 weeks, so trying to go back to my regular schedule and uploading once or twice a week. So thank you for the patience.
HINNA.
But yeah, I'm Soulful KC, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.